Welcome to another edition of Get Woke with Danielle Moody. All right, friends. Y'all, I don't know what is happening, but Donald Trump seems to be in full-blown glitch mode. Take a look.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. I went to the doctor and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? Living in the new world.
Yeah, that actually happened. It is not an SNL spoof. And nor do I actually find it funny. Donald Trump is clearly not okay. And the questions about his mental acuity, which Vice President Kamala Harris and many other people have been asking, are well worth us digging into. Because you see, Donald Trump was standing on a stage for 39 minutes swaying, not saying any words. People were trying to get him off the stage. Kristi Noem looked like a fool, trying to do her best, like miming of his actions so it seemed normal, but everyone knew that it absolutely fucking was not. The fact is, why don't I find it funny? Oh, I don't know. Because in 3 weeks, Donald Trump could, in fact, be the president of the United States. But actually, there's something a little more concerning than that, which is this. Take a walk with me, shall you? Okay. So, why did Donald Trump choose JD Vance as his running mate? Now, JD Vance is not necessarily a popular character. Outside of his book, Hillbilly Elegy, we didn't really know anything about JD Vance. He didn't have the same type of stamp or media prominence in the way that Ron DeSantis did. But there is something else about JD Vance. You see, Donald Trump didn't actually pick him, Peter Thiel did. The right wing multi billionaire who handpicks the people that he wants to do his bidding. You see, JD Vance has been in the bag with the folks at the Heritage Foundation and with Project 2025. He even wrote the foreword, right, of Project 2025. Because you see, it is JD Vance, not necessarily Donald Trump, that the right wing wants. So if Donald Trump is losing mental acuity, seems to be deteriorating, that bodes well for Republicans because they know something that we all have witnessed when JD Vance tries to act like a normal human being.
Hey, how are you? Good, good. The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Looks like is everybody else in here? All right, one of the few. Okay. So we are.
Is that he lacks charisma. He also lacks common sense, but he lacks charisma. And unfortunately, in America, that is what politicians need in order to get elected. You see, Americans like to feel comfy and cozy with you, like they can have a beer or want to go to brunch with you. JD Vance, you want to do neither. Now, I don't want to sit down with Donald Trump, but there are millions of people that would love to sit down with Donald Trump. They think that he's funny. They think in some ways that he is perversely sexy. I have no idea what they're looking at, maybe those AI photos. But nonetheless, JD Vance lacks everything that Donald Trump brings to the table. But what he does bring to the table that Donald Trump absolutely lacks, which is a full on understanding of policy and power and how to implement it. And so JD Vance is really just waiting in the wings. And if Donald Trump seems like he's losing mental acuity, then it just bodes better for the folks at Project 2025 who really want a JD Vance presidency, right? They want to be able to run their shadow government. So they're going to do anything and everything that they can to drag Donald Trump weekend at Bernie style across the fucking finish line so that they can operationalize and actualize their white Christian nationalist dreams of turning this country into the Handmaid's Tale. That's what I think is happening, right? Because anyone could see that when your candidate starts trailing off and once again talking about Hannibal Lecter, doesn't have coherent answers to questions, that you're beginning to pull him from sit-down interviews like they did with CNN, like they did with 60 Minutes, and most recently what just happened with CNBC.
Trump canceled, and he was going to come on. So, and I said, when you come on, we'll be able to say you came. And
Donald Trump was supposed to appear on CNBC, and he just recently pulled out. So while you see the vice president of the United States going into MAGA land and sitting down with Brett Baer at Fox and potentially sitting down with Joe Rogan, she's showing that she's not afraid of she's not afraid of bullshit. She's a prosecutor, but she's not afraid to go into where she's not popular. Meanwhile, Donald Trump can't go anywhere unless people are fawning and fanning all over him, right? That's the way that fucking Vladimir Putin was able to go ahead and get equipment. All he has to do is throw a little flattery Donald Trump's way, and you can basically get whatever it is that you want, including documents and, medical equipment that our hospitals actually needed during COVID. But I digress. So here we are with a handful of weeks until the election is over. Not a handful of weeks until the election is over, because the election is happening right now. And what we are seeing on top of Donald Trump's stock absolutely fucking tumbling is that he himself as a person is tumbling. Does Donald Trump have the endurance, right, in order to make it through to election day? I don't think his people are confident in the fact that he can. And so they are now trying to hide Donald Trump or only put him into areas where he can get the applause, even if he doesn't pull out a complete sentence, right? Also, folks, did you not see those people that were abandoned after they went to a Donald Trump rally and the buses left them 5-6 miles away from where their cars were? And Donald Trump is nowhere to be found, nor does he offer up any type of apology to these people. But they love it, right? It's not going to make them not vote for Donald Trump. They'll just blame the bus company. They won't blame the people that are actually supposed to pay the bus company, right? It's wild. It's wild. The cult mindset is wild. But I will say this, that for the years that I have been in politics and have absolutely taken Democrats to task on their lack of messaging, on their lack of outreach, I have absolutely no notes on what it is that Vice President Kamala Harris and Tim Walz could be doing better. I think that they are doing an extraordinary job. From the economic plan for Black men to the economic plan for rural America, to their outreach to HBCUs, to their outreach to various communities that usually no one looks at until the election is a couple of days away. They've been doing the work. And I believe that if this were any other normal election, it would never be this close. And it's this close because of the Electoral College, because we know that Kamala Harris is going to blow the popular vote out of the water. I just pray that enough of us get out there and vote so that this election is too big to steal. That is what it is that we need. We need the numbers to be too big to steal. So in the time that we have left, dear friends, do everything and anything that you can. Leave it all on the fucking floor so that we have no regrets once this is over, like we did in 2016. I feel like this election is going to be different, but we have to ensure that it is. So do all that you can. That is it for me today, dear friends, on Get Woke with Danielle Moody. As always, power to the people, and to all the people power. Get woke, stay sane. And in these wild times, my friends, stay safe. See you again soon.